What's up, guys? It's Zero here. Welcome everyone to the Zero Show, the best Call of Duty show here on YouTube. And I'm super excited about our episode here today. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get into it. So guys, welcome to my show, The Zero Show. Guys, we're going to be covering everything in the world of Call of Duty, give you guys some insight into what it all means. And to start off the show today, I think it's really important to bring up something that's been talked about quite a bit throughout my mentions on X and all of the different things that have been going on with ANML. Lots of people have been noticing that there's been some changes on the WereANML channel. So I wanted to give you guys some updates and some insight into what's going on with ANML. The first question people have been asking is, what's going on with ANML? Is ANML back? Let me answer that. Yes, guys. ANML is back, and I'm so excited about it. You have no idea. This has been something I've been working on for a long time in terms of getting involved with another Call of Duty based team, and ANML is one of like the most prestigious teams. When we look back when ANML started in 2012, this is a team that so many people loved for the trick shotting side to the sniping side of things. And I think ANML had so much potential, you know, moving into the future. And over the years, I've always thought to myself, man, it would be really cool to bring ANML back in a major way. So the opportunity arose for us to go out there and get ANML. You have to think ANML was one of those teams that over the course of the last number of years has kind of had restarts and has changed different people within the management side, and it's gone through some ownership changes and things of that nature. And so I saw a real opportunity to bring back a prestigious team and a very well-known team within the Call of Duty space. And so I want to give you guys all a little bit of some things to expect into the future with WereANML. First and foremost, it would be wrong of me not to give a couple of massive shout outs. The first one is to Denver. Denver, guys, was the founder of WereANML, started this team back in 2012. And I had conversations with Denver, so many years ago. I believe it was 2013, I had some conversations with Denver, and a really cool guy. And obviously I feel that, the success that was WereANML back then, it was really backed by him and what he was doing with really building the team. I really loved what they were achieving. Month over month, they were creating awesome content. And so a big shout out to Denver for starting this iconic team. The second shout out I have to give is to Patterns. He was the current owner of WereANML. And Patterns was really awesome in terms of the entire transaction for us coming in. He was really willing and open to working with us. And so he made the transaction of us purchasing ANML a really easy thing. So Patterns, thank you, brother. Really appreciate you. I also have to thank my partners at Zero Dark. Zero Dark, guys, it wouldn't have been possible for us to get ANML without the partnership of Zero Dark. And really excited about our partnership with them and see what we do into the future. This was something that has been a dream of mine, to go and get a team that I had really admired over the years within the Call of Duty space. When I first started playing Call of Duty with COD 4 and, as that transition happened into Modern Warfare 2, that was really when we saw so many people, trick shotting, sniping, and I really kind of moved into that community. My brother actually was the one who convinced me to go into the trick shotting and sniping community because I was already sniping, but then when trick shotting came out, it was like this really interesting. I can honestly say that trick shotting and sniping, guys, in Call of Duty, it really changed and shaped my gaming career as a whole. I absolutely loved this form of, creating content around trick shotting and sniping. And it really was, the community at large was just growing and growing every single year, especially when we got to the peak that was Black Ops 2. And Call of Duty from the very beginning, guys, has been my favorite franchise of all time. I've certainly played a number of other different games, made content around multiple different games, but Call of Duty was always that one game that I've always gone back to play every year that the new Call of Duties as they come out. I always wanted to get back into this community in one way, shape, or form. And my channel over the last number of years has been primarily just creating content around a number of different games. And that's been something that's, I've absolutely loved, but I've always had this itch to get back into the Call of Duty community and to be a part of something special. And so I thought there was no better team than ANML to at least go after and see if we could make something happen. And I'm so happy, guys, to announce that ANML is back. And that leads me into what can you expect in the future from ANML? ANML was built on Call of Duty, and so it will stay a Call of Duty team, guys. We want to have a real presence within the trickshotting and sniping communities, but also just Call of Duty at large. What you can expect is content revolving around Call of Duty. I just feel it's really important that WereANML stays as, the central, the focal point of this team is Call of Duty. If we go into other games, obviously that would be something that's down the road, and we're really not focused on that. We're focused on Call of Duty because that's what this team was built on, and that's what I wanted to continue to stay as. A lot of people have been asking, is there going to be an opportunity to join ANML? And obviously, guys, we have a game plan in terms of, looking and finding the best possible people for ANML. I'm really excited to build a team around ANML and for it to be something where we're creating the highest quality content within Call of Duty. And so opportunities to join ANML will absolutely be coming in the future. So in the meantime, hold tight, guys. We've got a lot of things that we're working on behind the scenes. I'm really excited to share a lot of these things with you. Just know, though, that we're in the lab and we're going to be producing the highest quality content that we can within Call of Duty. And I'm so glad that this team is back and that we were able to bring it back. And I'm just really grateful, man. I'm really grateful that, we were able to make this happen, and we can now move into the next, continuation of this iconic team. And as we move into Black Ops 6, guys, it's going to be the perfect time for this team to come back. So there you have it, guys. Who do you think we should be recruiting first to ANML? Let us know in the comment section down below. And for more ANML content, guys, you guys can check all the links in the description down below for the WereANML YouTube channel, as well as all the different social media platforms that ANML is on. And I can't wait to grow this thing with all of you. So thank you, guys, for all of your support. It has meant the absolute world. I know there's been a lot of people who have been here from day one, others that are just joining us. And I thank each and every one of you for being a part of this journey so far. It's been such a crazy ride, man, within the YouTube space and Call of Duty and all these different games that we've created content around. I'm just really thankful for each and every one of you for making this thing possible, that we're able to make this dream a reality. This is a team, guys, that I have absolutely loved for so long. And now to be able to say, hey, man, this is now something that we can take and really build something special. And so we're going to do that together. With that down and out of the way, let's talk about this, guys. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has had a lot of potential leaks that have been coming out over the course of the last week. And so I wanted to go ahead and talk about a number of these leaks that came out. Obviously, a lot of the things, guys, you got to take with a pinch of salt. Some of the things that have been leaked, I think absolutely have some validity to it. And we're probably going to get confirmation about a lot of these things, obviously, at COD Next. So that being said, just take a lot of this stuff with a pinch of salt. So the first big one I want to talk about, guys, is that it appears at this point in time that custom reticles are going to be returning to Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And I got to tell you, this is something that excites me quite a bit, that we're going to be getting those custom reticles. I think that's going to be, obviously it's been something that we've had over the years, but having it within Black Ops once again, I'm really excited about this because I feel, and I've said this for so long, guys, that Infinity Ward does a really good job when it comes to creating really compelling stories, that being like the campaign mode. Now, obviously, recently, the campaigns that, Infinity Ward has put together for the last couple of Call of Duties have not been very good. That being said, though, Modern Warfare 2019, I believe, was the best campaign ever made within Call of Duty. And obviously, guys, all of these things are subjective. What I think is awesome, you may not think is that great. I gotta say that, Infinity Ward has a history of creating really compelling campaign stories. And On the flip side, they've been good at doing multiplayer, but I think this is where Treyarch comes into being the dominant force when it comes to the multiplayer experience. And so with custom reticles, I think that Treyarch is going to knock this thing out of the park. One of the things that made Call of Duty so great back in like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 2, those two games specifically, was the simplicity, not having so many different attachments, not having so many different, reticles and all these different, attachments and things of that nature, like we've been getting with the recent Call of Duties. It's awesome to have options, guys, but I think that there was something to be said for the simplicity of creating different, classes. I'm hoping that they have like 8 to 10 reticles. They don't have like 100 different reticles that you can choose from. And the same thing can be said with like the different attachments and things of that nature. Like I said, I think that there comes a point where the simplicity of it makes it really special. And that's what I think Call of Duty was built on, was more of like a simplicity than anything else. When I look at like the prestige system, for example, everybody in Modern Warfare 2 wanted to get the 10th prestige medallion. And what's crazy about that is there were like modded and botted lobbies to just get the 10th prestige medallion. And so it was such a coveted thing, and it was such a grind to get it. And so I think now so many people are used to just paying for something instead of actually earning it. And so I really hope we get earnable items versus payable items. So what that has to do with, custom reticles is I'm hoping you can earn these reticles as you go up the ranks instead of like purchasing them and things of that nature. But overall, I'm all in on the custom reticles, man. I'm super excited about it. And I'm really excited to see what Treyarch announces at COD next and what things were true, what things were false. It'll be really, really interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about custom reticles in Black Ops 6. What do you guys think? Do you want them to have like 8 to 10 of them, or do you want them to have like hundreds of options when it comes to the reticles? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And for more Call of Duty Black Ops 6 content and videos, keep it right here. This past week, guys, was probably the most leaks I've ever seen in Call of Duty's history. It is absolutely crazy how much stuff got leaked in terms of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. The next thing that got leaked is something that a lot of people had been wondering is, will mounting return in Black Ops 6? Well, guys, according to Modern Warzone and some sources from this past week, mounting is still a feature in Black Ops 6. Obviously, guys, with the Omni movement and how, versatile this, gameplay seems to be, I am very excited that mounting is returning, because I think, guys, with how crazy the movement seems like it's going to be with the Omni movement, having the mounting feature, I think, will come in handy in certain situations. And so this is something I'm really excited about, that it's returning, because I personally think that the Omni movement could be one of the best features we've ever gotten in Call of Duty's history. Now, there certainly could be some issues with Omni movement. A lot of like snaking and things of that nature could certainly pop up with this. And some of the best players in the world are going to be able to move unlike anything ever before, which is going to be really exciting to watch the people at the highest level play Call of Duty Black Ops 6, because Treyarch stated that Omni movement is something that is integrated into the game. And so this is going to be a feature that the pros can't GA. And I think that is going to be absolutely awesome to see these pros moving around the map. And I just think for us casual players, that's also something that's going to be absolutely awesome, is this Omni movement. So having the option to mount as well, I think is going to be absolutely incredible. But let me know, guys, what do you all think about having the mounting feature in Black Ops 6? What do you guys think about it? Are you glad it's coming back? Are you upset that it's coming back? Do you think that these leaks are real or fake? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And for more Call of Duty Black Ops 6 content and videos, keep it right here. One of the really cool features of Black Ops 6, at least from what we've seen from the different, gameplay leaks and things of that nature, is that you can shoot doors. In this GIF that was posted by Modern Warzone, you can see the player shooting the door, then going through the door, and of course shooting the target. And I think, guys, just the way that the movement feels and just being able to like shoot doors and things of that nature, what Treyarch is doing here is they're building a game that is going to be more versatile than ever before. I think what we can expect, guys, is Black Ops 6 to be one of the fastest moving games of all time when we talk about Call of Duty, and it could be by a long shot. Just with the Omni movement to being able to shoot doors and things of that nature, it could be something really special. Obviously, we're going to have to wait as more information comes out about, you know, all the different things that we're able to do within the multiplayer at COD Next later this month. But what do you guys think about, you know, obviously the movement within Black Ops 6 from what we've seen so far, being able to shoot doors and mounting your gun and doing all kinds of different crazy stuff with the Omni movement? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about this in the comment section down below. Do you guys think that this is going to be a little bit too fast-paced, or do you think it's going to be perfect? What do you all think about the different changes and the things that, you know, of course, Treyarch is adding? I believe that they're going to knock it out of the park because I think Treyarch is the best when it comes to making the multiplayer experience within Call of Duty. Let me know, though, guys, what do you think in the comment section down below? And for more Call of Duty Black Ops 6 content and videos, keep it right here. With that down, let's talk about this. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, guys, there's been a lot of rumors and speculation about what maps are going to be coming back from, you know, the previous Black Ops titles, what are going to be some new maps, and there has been a lot of coverage on the leaks that have come out over the course of this past week, and one of those being some remastered maps that are coming back from classic, you know, Call of Duty Black Ops titles, and those would include Firing Range, Hacienda, Nuketown, WMD, Fringe, and Yemen. This is coming to us from Modern Warzone. And you know, guys, one of the things I will say is I absolutely love the list. I mean, look, Firing Range is one of my favorite maps in Call of Duty's history. I absolutely, of course, Nuketown. I mean, what is a Black Ops title without Nuketown and then Nuketown 24/7? I'm super excited about that. Obviously, guys, a number of these maps I think are going to be great, especially remastered, like just how vibrant they look, just even in the pictures. I'm really excited about that. Now, of course, there are some maps that are missing here that I would love to see come back. Obviously, my favorite Call of Duty of all time is Black Ops 2, and so a couple of maps I would absolutely love to see return in Black Ops 6 from a remastered perspective would be number 1, Standoff, and number 2, Raid. I absolutely love those two maps, guys. I mean, when I think back on those two maps, man, those were two of the best maps in my opinion when it came to trick shotting in Black Ops 2. I absolutely love trick shotting on Raid. I love trick shotting on Standoff. I think those were so good. I mean, think about the Raid Suies and, you know, all the different kinds of shots you could go for on Standoff. I would love to see those two maps return. And I would just love to see those two maps even on like the pro circuit, of course, that being the Call of Duty League. I think that would be absolutely incredible. Watch the best players in the world go at it on those maps. But from what we see so far, one of the things that Modern Warzone does say is that the list is obviously subject to change. More or less could be there on full release. And so I'm really hoping that they do expand this slightly. Obviously, one of the things that a lot of people have talked about within the community is, you know, keeping it where there's remastered maps, but, you know, we want to have new maps more than just kind of rinse and repeat of the same old maps. And I totally agree with this, but I think that Standoff and Raid should absolutely be a part of this list. I really do. I mean, because you've got two of the best, that being like Firing Range and Nuketown. I just personally would love to see, obviously, Standoff and Raid. And I mean, of course, I mean, if there were other maps that came out that were from other classic Call of Duties, I'm totally down for it. Because when I really think about, I don't really look at it as like a rinse and repeat. I just look at it as, hey, you're remastering maps that are beloved by the Call of Duty community. And so, yes, of course, we want to have new maps, and we're going to be talking about that in the next segment of the show. But I think that if you're going to bring back some of those classic maps, you really got to add the ones that people absolutely loved. And I'm not saying some people didn't love Fringe and Yemen. I think those are great maps as well. But I just think that the classics like that of, you know, Standoff as well as Raid are two maps that absolutely everybody would love, especially from a remastered perspective. But let me know, guys, what do you all think? Do you think that this list is really good in terms of the remastered maps that are getting leaked that are going to be coming in Black Ops 6? Would you like some other maps added to that? Do you think some of these should be taken away? What do you all think about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Call of Duty Black Ops 6 content and videos, keep it right here. With that down, let's talk about this. Something in the community that everybody talks about every single year with COD is what maps are going to be coming back, if any. What are the new maps? Are they going to be good? Because obviously, guys, even if you have great weapons and the movement is awesome, if you don't have good maps to go along with it, people are going to go back to the older Call of Duties, or they're going to move on to other games. So what I got for you in this segment of the show is what has been leaked. This is coming to us from Modern Warzone's X page. Breaking: potential leaked map list for Black Ops 6. And you can see the 20 maps so far that have been leaked. Now, guys, you got to take this all with a pinch of salt. There could be some of these that, you know, are fake, that are not going to be there. There could be other additions, which I'm hoping there are some additions. We'll get to that here in a moment. But you'll see Vorkuta Mine, Vorkuta, Catacomb Flat, Dig, Babylon, Train Graveyard, Russian Base, Socotra 2, Hacienda Alt, Strip Mall, Red Card, Firing Range 2, Veiled, Canals, Island, Pillage, Radar, Stealth, and Nuketown. Overall, guys, I'm really excited about it. I think, like, you know, when I look at the 20 different maps, when I think of, you know, a list of, you know, 20 maps, I'm all in for having, you know, 20 maps or so. But what I will say is that I think that a couple of maps that need to get added, and maybe it's a plan that they're going to get added later. Maybe they're just something that haven't been leaked out yet. That being Raid and Standoff. Those are the two maps, guys. Outside of that, I'm all in for this map list so far. I think that you've got, you know, you got the Firing Range 2.0, you got the Nuketown. Some of these have really cool names. I'm excited to really see these maps in depth, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing it at, of course, COD Next. But as you look at this list, guys, of these 20 maps that have been leaked from Black Ops 6, what are your thoughts about it? Are there some maps that you want to see added into the fray from previous Call of Duty Black Ops titles? Are there some things that, you know, you would like to kind of swap out? Or do you like that they have a list of 20? Do you think it should be less maps, more maps? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And for more Call of Duty Black Ops 6 content and videos, keep it right here. With that down, let's talk about our last topic. Guys, one of the things that obviously makes Call of Duty is not just the maps, not just the weapons, but the score streaks and the things that you can earn as you're playing the game and, you know, as you're crushing it and grinding it out and getting better and better at the game. You want to know what are going to be the score streaks, because those are things that help you get an advantage over your enemy. And so with that being said, there have been some leaked score streaks that have come out over the past week for Black Ops 6. This is coming to us from Modern Warzone and their X page. Breaking: leaked Black Ops 6 score streaks. So you've got 8 score streaks up to this point, guys, that have been leaked, and take everything that you're seeing with a pinch of salt. So number 1, we got the Scout Pulse. 2, we have the RCXD. Then you have the UAV, then the counter UAV, then the Watchdog Helo, then a Hellstorm, Interceptors, and then lastly, the Chopper Gunner. It's important to note that all are very early and subject to change. When I look at these score streaks, guys, I actually am pretty excited about it. I mean, obviously, you've got to have the UAV and the counter UAV. You know, a lot of people talk about the RCXD. A lot of people did not like that score streak. I used it a lot in Black Ops 2. I thought it was a great score streak, and there was some risk reward with using it. Obviously, when you're using it, you're controlling the car and you're not able to keep an eye on your flank and everything else. And so I think there was a lot of risk reward with the RCXD car, and I absolutely loved using it. It was a lot of fun. I mean, obviously, guys, Hellstorm, Chopper Gunner, I'm all in. I absolutely love those two. My big question, though, is are we going to get something even bigger, like the tactical nuke or something of that nature, kind of like from MW2? Obviously, a lot of people have different mixed opinions about the tactical nuke and some of those score streaks as you get, you know, more and more kills. But I'm hoping that that's, you know, potentially an option. I think it's a great starting point, you know, having these 8 different score streaks. I'm sure that there's going to be potentially more that get added to this. I have a hard time believing it's just going to be those 8. If it's just those 8, that would be really, really interesting, because then score streaks may not be quite as overpowered as, say, you know, in previous Call of Duties. Like, people will be getting, you know, different score streaks throughout the course of games, but if there's not an option to get a tactical nuke or something of that nature, you just know that you're always somewhat in the fight, and the tides of that battle can change. So it'll be really, really interesting to see what happens as we get to COD Next and what gets announced there, and we'll be giving you guys all that full coverage right here on the YouTube channel. But with that being said, let me know, guys, what do you all think about the score streaks that have been announced so far? Is there anything that you would personally want added to this list of score streaks at COD Next? Is there anything that you would want taken out? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And for more Call of Duty Black Ops 6 content and videos, keep it right here. And with that being said, everyone, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me for the Zero Show. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure that you leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, just keep grinding. And as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.